Hello, this is McD the Beast, and this is McD Sports 4 coming to you today with my Indiana football predictions. Before I continue, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. Please subscribe to the channel. It would be greatly appreciated if you do that. I have a subscriber goal of 200 subscribers, which I would love to hit. So go ahead and hit that subscriber button. If you're not subscribed already, you won't regret it. Anyways, today, Indiana football predictions. We'll go through the pros and cons, best case and worst case scenario, 3 toughest and 3 easiest games. Then we'll go through the schedule game by game. I'll tell you which games have Indiana winning and losing, give you a score for these games as well, and then give you a final record prediction and conference record prediction. One of a quick note before I continue. Don't hold me to the game by game picks and the scores. Just hold me to the final record prediction and conference record prediction. Let's start off with the pros and cons. One pro and one con. Your one pro for Indiana is the offense. I do think this offense can turn some heads this year. I'm not too high on the offense, but I still think it will turn some heads. I don't think it's as good as maybe like a Maryland offense or like maybe a Purdue offense per se, but I think it's a step below that, and I think it will turn some heads this year. So give me the offense for Indiana as a pro. Your con is the talent. The talent is pretty bad for Indiana. Not completely their fault. It's a tough place to recruit because it's a basketball school there in Indiana, but the talent at Indiana is a con. Now let's go through your best case and worst case scenario. Here's the schedule right here in front of you. Your best case scenario is 7-5. Let's be honest. It's going to be tough getting through the top 4 teams in the Big Ten East for Indiana, and they draw Northwestern, Nebraska, and Purdue out of the West. That's kind of tough as well. So I think at minimum, Indiana loses 5 games this year. So best case scenario 7-5. Worst case scenario 3-9. This schedule this schedule is actually kind of tough. But Eastern Illinois, UConn, Rutgers, and Ball State, you should be able to win at least 3 out of those 4 games. Now let's go through the schedule game by game. I'll tell you which games I have Indiana winning and losing here. First game is a neutral site game against Ball State in where the Colts play in the Dome, the house at Peytonville. I forget the actual name for it. Lucas Oil Stadium or Lucas Oil Fieldhouse, whatever they call it. It's in Indianapolis. It's in Indy. Indiana will win this game. Ball State is terrible. 41-14 Indiana in that one. Next game is Eastern Illinois. I think Indiana wins this game as well. 52-10. Eastern Illinois is an FCS opponent. Indiana should take care of them very easily. Next game, Ohio State. Listen, Ohio State is one of those teams. They're projected to be one of the best teams in the Big Ten, like they are year in and year out. It is in Indiana. I do think Indiana stays in it for a little bit because I am not sold on Ohio State's defense at all. But I think Ohio State wins this game. The talent I think will put Ohio State over the top. 44-23, Ohio State over Indiana. Next game, UConn I hope win. UConn is absolutely terrible. 56-17 Indiana in that one. Next game at Michigan State. Michigan State has a really good defense. It's in East Lansing. I gave Indiana the loss in this one. 28-9, Michigan State over Indiana. Then you get your first bye week. Every team gets 2 bye weeks because of how the calendar aligns with the schedule. Coming off the bye week, you get Rutgers at home. Win. Listen, Rutgers is the worst team in the Big Ten. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I think Indiana blows them out. 48-20, Indiana. Next game at Maryland. Last year you beat Maryland by 2 points. I am a Maryland Terps fan. You beat us by 2 points. Our offense was kind of inconsistent throughout that game. I think we beat you this year. It's in College Park in Maryland. 45-30, Maryland. I just think we're a much better team than Indiana this year. I think we have a better offense. You guys might have the better defense, but we definitely have the better offense. That'll be the difference in that one. Next game at Nebraska. Nebraska, one of those very tough games. for Indiana. It will be a loss for Indiana as well. 42-21, Nebraska over Indiana. Nebraska is just a better team. Next game, Northwestern at home. I think Indiana has a shot in this game. They'll definitely be in it, but at the end, I gotta go Northwestern here. To me, Northwestern is just a much better team than Indiana. 31-19, Northwestern over Indiana. Then you get your second bye week. Then you get to go on the road against Penn State. Penn State, I think, is going to be a step below Ohio State and Michigan this year. I think they could maybe play to their competition some. They're a very young team. I still think Penn State beats Indiana though this year, 31-17, Penn State. Next game, Michigan at home. I do think Indiana will be in this game for about 3 quarters, but at the end, I have to go Michigan here, 34-21, Michigan. And then your final game, the in-state rivalry game against Purdue. It's in Purdue. I think Purdue's the better team. I really like Wandale more. I do think Indiana does have the advantage defensively. I think this game is really close at halftime, but I just think since the game is in West Lafayette, give me Purdue to win this game by 3 touchdowns, 42-21 Purdue. So that's all the games right there. If you count up all the wins and losses, I have Indiana going 4-8 with a 1-8 conference record. 4-8 with a 1-8 conference record. I just don't think Indiana is even there with like Maryland or like a Michigan State. Honestly, I think they'll be competitive in some of these games, but at the end, they'll. I don't see them making a bowl game. 4-8 with a 1-8 conference record. Comment down below. Tell me what you think. I always like hearing from y'all. Thanks for watching the video. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. Please subscribe to the channel. It would be greatly appreciated if you do that. Thanks for watching, and this is McD the Beast signing off.